Good morning, everyone. This is the sum we will be doing now in front of your screen. From the following balances, calculate vertical balance sheet of Ratnagiri Mango Products. Liability side, asset side. In the liability side, we have share capital, profit and loss account, credit. Now, what do this credit mean? This profit and loss account, which is in the liability side, refers to profit made by the business. This profit and loss account is net profit. Securities premium is also a reserve. And then we have 6% debentures, which is a loan fund, which is a long-term borrowing. Then we have current liabilities, which is given in together. Then we have building is a fixed asset, patent. Now fixed asset, building means tangible, patent means intangible. We cannot see patent, it is invention rights, patent. So it is intangible, fixed, intangible, fixed asset. Then we have furniture, which is tangible fixed asset. Then we have debtors, which is a current asset. Cash balance is also a current asset. Stock is a current asset. Stock is also a current asset, but it is a non-quick asset, non-quick current asset. So 20,000. Then we have calls in arrears. Calls in arrears means outstanding amount on calls. Call which is not paid, like company has called the amount, but shareholders have defaulted. They have not paid the amount to be payable on the share. That is calls in arrears. 4,50,000. Now let us start with the sum. What's the name of the business? It is Mrs. Ratnagiri Mango Products. Ratnagiri Mango Products. And now what are we preparing? Vertical balance sheet as on 31st. They have not given the date, so we have to keep it blank. Now let us start with the format. Let us insert the format: 3 columns for amount, 1 column for particular. So particulars. So what is the first side? Now company's balance sheet starts with, because if we want to do business, we require funds, and funds जो हमें required होता है उसको हम बोलते हैं sources of fund. So business करने के लिए what is required? Business करने के लिए money is required. So what do we say this? The first, see, we are preparing balance sheet, and balance sheet has 2 sides, that is liabilities and assets. So this sources of fund is our liability, from where the business is getting funds which has to be repaid in the future. So sources of fund, the first way the company will get money is what you say, shareholders fund. You can call the shareholders fund as owned fund. You can call it as owned fund, proprietors fund. So it's up to you. Now I am writing only one name now, shareholders fund. Under shareholders fund, what comes under shareholder fund? Shareholders have right on share capital. Now we have the share capital directly given in the question. So how much is the share capital? It is 2 lakh. I am writing in the first column because there is arrears in the share capital. So what we will do, less calls in arrears. less calls in arrear. What is the amount which is not paid on shares? It is 10,000. So how much will come here in the outer column? 1,90,000. So shareholders fund share capital is 2 lakh, from which we less the unpaid amount on call, that is calls in arrear, which is 10,000. So what will come in the outer column? 1,90,000. So what else will come? Shareholders have right on the share capital which they have invested, on the capital which they have invested on shares, and also they have rights on the reserves and surplus of the company. So reserves and surplus. So under reserves and surplus, what is given? Profit and loss account. Liability side में आया है, means it represents profit. Profit and loss account credit balance. How much is the amount of credit balance? It is 50,000. So let us write 50,000. Then we have securities premium. What is securities premium? Securities premium is a reserve where the securities such as shares and debentures, when it is issued more than the face value, more than the printed value of shares, the amount which is see, when the shares are issued more than the face value, the excess amount is premium. So वो प्रीमियम के पैसे को सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम में स्टोर करते हैं. तो सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम इज हाउ मच? सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम इज 30,000. दोनों को ऐड करो, you will get the reserves and surplus, which is 80,000. Now add the total. How much it is coming? 1,90,000 plus 80,000, which is equal to 2,70,000. इसमें से हम लेस करते हैं. What do we less from this? We less the fictitious assets and loss. अगर profit belongs to the shareholders, then losses also belongs to them. So losses and fictitious assets. So that is not given in this question. So let us keep it nil. So outer column में कितना मिलता है? 2,70,000. This refers to the shareholders fund. Means in total, shareholders have a right on the capital invested by them and also the profits of the business, that is reserves and surplus, as well as they have to also, if they are having a right on the profit, they also are liable for the losses. So losses and fictitious assets also belong to the shareholders. So by this way, we get our shareholders fund. First source of fund. Second one is the loan funds. Loan funds. Now, only shareholders fund may not be sufficient to do business. We also may have to take loan. We also may have to raise loans from the market. So the second source of fund is the loans fund, which is also known as borrowed fund, debt fund. So what is there in the loan fund? We can call it two types, secured and unsecured. So secured loan, here we have 6% debentures. We assume this to be secured. 6% debenture. The amount is directly we can write in the last column because only one item is there. 1,30,000. When we add all both of this, we get our total sources of funds, which is also called as capital employed in business. Capital employed in business. So how much it is? 2,70,000 plus 1,30,000, which is equal to 4 lakh. Check whether all of you are getting this answer. 2 lakh 70 plus 1 lakh 30, which is equal to 4 lakhs. Now we come to the other side, that is second Roman 2. That is the funds, what the amount what we have collected as sources of fund, how have we used it in business? Application of funds. Now, application of funds, whatever amount we have got from the shareholders and from loan fund, how have we utilized that amount? Application of fund. Generally, what we do, whatever money we get from the sources, we use it for fixed asset purchase, we use it for investment, investing decision, investment making, and then lastly for the working capital, day-to-day running of the business. So let us check in the question. We have tangible fixed asset. Na? So let us call it first one A. We will use the money for fixed asset. You may call it non-current asset also. Fixed asset may we have two types, tangible assets and intangible. So tangible assets have depreciation, we can see, touch, feel. So building is there, 2 lakh 20. Then we have furniture, two tangible assets we have, building and furniture. So let us write here, tangible mein we have building and we have furniture. How much is building? Building 2 lakh 20, furniture 30,000. So may write here, building 2 lakh 20,000, furniture 30,000. So how much it is coming? See, one more thing, what we will do here only, total is coming to 2 lakh 50,000, and generally this fixed asset have depreciation. So less depreciation. Let us see whether depreciation is given in the question. Depreciation is not given, but if it would have been given, इसे हम minus करते, nil it is. So outer column में same amount will come, 2,50,000. Now what we will do, B, intangible. So next one, B, intangible. So intangible में what is that? Intangible where we have patents, 20,000, only one. So we'll write here patents. Patents is how much? 20,000. So total is how much? So total is 2,50,000 plus 20. Fixed asset is 2,70,000. Then we have B, that is non-current investment, or we can call it long-term investment. It is up to you what you write. You can call it non-current investment, or you may call it long-term investment. Check whether that is there in the question. Non-current investment. We cannot see any investment here. So non-current investment is nil. We have not done any investment. Non-current investment is nil. So we come to the third part, that is the working capital. So working capital में A, current asset. Current asset में सबसे पहले quick asset. Let us see, quick assets में what is given? Debtor cash balance. Two things are there. So we write it, debtor cash balance 1,50,000. So we'll write it, debtor and cash. Debtor and cash balance amount is 1,50,000. So let us write here 1,50,000 Then we have non-quick asset. Non-quick asset में what is the stock, prepaid expense, prepayments, advance for goods, advance tax. We have only stock 20,000. So we'll write it 20,000. Stock 20,000. So when we add it, how much we get? 1,20,000. 1 minute. We get 1,20,000. When we add it, we get 1,20,000. We can call it total current asset, which is A. And इसमें से हम लेस करते हैं B, that is current liabilities. Current liabilities. So how much is current liabilities? Current liabilities together they have given 40,000. So हम क्या करेंगे? Directly we will write 40,000 in bracket because current liability को less करना है. So 1,20,000 minus 40 is how much? 1,20,000 minus 40 is 80,000. What is remaining? 40,000. Bill. 1 minute. Building and furniture 2,20,000 and 30. Patent is 20. Yes. 2,50,000. So 80. See, 1 minute. Pay attention here. It is 1,70,000. The totaling was wrong. 1 lakh plus 50 is 1,50,000 plus 20 is 1,70,000. So 1,70,000 minus 40 is coming how much? 1,30,000. One minute. So here क्या हो गया था? Debtor 1 lakh, cash 50,000 and stock is 20. So तीनों को add किया तो 1,70,000. Current liability directly given in the question 40,000. So 1,70,000 minus 40, 1,30,000. Now what we get? Total applications of funds, जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं also funds used in business, which is how much? A plus B plus C. हमारे पास जो पैसे मिलते हैं, we get the money from shareholders. फंड बिजनेस करने के लिए ओनर से पैसे मिलते हैं, owners are the shareholders. But we also may take loan from the business. Loan fund total 4 lakh था, and 4 lakh कहाँ यूज हुआ? फिक्स एसेट खरीदने के लिए, tangible intangible, working capital के लिए यूज कर सकते. In this question it is 0. We have not invested. And working capital. So fixed asset requirement, tangible fixed asset, intangible, then investment, then working capital, which is day-to-day working of the business. Current asset minus current liability. पूरा add करने पे we are getting 4 lakh, from which we can say that our balance sheet has tallied. Our balance sheet has tallied. With this, we will end today's lecture. Thank you very much, everyone.